Welcome everybody, how's it going? Chris here, Doc and Owlet, to show you guys some awesome comic books. Awesome to me, hopefully they are to you, and you guys hopefully leave some comments and questions below. And in the interest of saving time, of course, for this video too, I'm going to spin the camera around so you don't have to look at my curly mustached mug, and just take a gander at the comic books. Alright, so here we go.
Okay, so here's all the comic books that I've collected in the last while. Some really good ones in this haul. Actually, I'd probably say about 3, 4, 5 books. Really awesome that, you know, really add to my personal collection and really got a good value to them, and I think definitely is sought after in some circles here. So let's get into it. So first one, this one's not very much, but if you're a collector of comics, I figure eventually once in your collecting career, you gotta have this book. It's Superman number 75, The Death of Superman. This is the bagged memorial one, unopened. I already had previously the issue, but it was, you know, the unbagged version. But this is the memorial version. Like I say, it's still sealed. Okay, so the next few here, because, you know, of course, upcoming movies, I definitely want to get into reading more of anything Thanos and Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity War related. So if you probably saw some of my previous videos recently, yeah, I got all of the Infinity Gauntlet stuff, Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity War, Infinity Crusade, and so I'm now going on to some of the stuff that preludes that. So here's some really cheap stuff that preludes it and goes into something actually really cool at the end of this little stack right here. So a bunch of Silver Surfers. This is issue number 55, Infinity Gauntlet crossover, nice cover there. And number 54, number 53, 51. Here's an issue number 48. Just trying to get a bunch of issues, like I say, get to know what's happening with Silver Surfer before you know, the Infinity Gauntlet stuff, so I don't know if this one actually ties in, but there's an issue 48. 47, of course, Warlock, you know, Warlock and the Guardians of the Galaxy do kind of tie into, you know, the stuff that was going on with the Infinity Gems as well, too, so that's why I picked up this one issue. Number 35, another Thanos issue. I think this funny Thanos' Guide to the Galaxy. The big one that I really don't have, which is kind of like the death quotes of Thanos, 38. I'm really looking for that one, and hopefully I find it for a good price. They're all, these Silver Surfers are pretty cheap, but here's issue number 35. And just because I thought it was a funny cover, had to pick this one up, issue number 33 with Impossible Man. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, 60. I'm kind of jumping around here a bit. Issue number 60, 59, and 56. Really nice, another cover. I love that with the Silver Surfer on the chain there. Okay, so here's the two big ones that prelude. So if you want to kind of get the prelude stories too, of course, getting the issue number 38 of Silver Surfer, but then issue number 38 of Silver Surfer leads into these two very desirable books right here. Thanos Quest. So I'll move this one over here. Issue number 1 and 2. Really great. I really love the story, the art, and you know, it was a really great read. Loved it. So these are the first print books that I got, and of course this is his quest to please Death, and she gives him a mission, and he goes and gets all of the Infinity Stones to accomplish that mission, and then of course it leads into the Infinity Gauntlet storyline. So these are small little graphic novel style books, all about Thanos, and I've never read anything else about Thanos, and these were definitely great reads to understand the character a little bit more, his involvement with death and all of that. So these ones are definitely highly recommended books to get. Okay, so I'll show you guys a couple of the new issues. Really don't have that many to show you guys. So 251 of Spawn, not too much to say there, but this is the new Al Simmons. He's back. He's different. Really nice artwork team. It's going to be interesting to see where he's going to be going, but kind of, I don't know. It's going to get pretty crazy, I think, but at the beginning here, now God's coming into play with it, and kind of I think God's going to be manipulating Al Simmons, you know, to be kind of his guard dog of sorts. So it's going to create a lot of chaos, I think, eventually. Really neat. Al's back with his face, his like his face when he was alive. You know, instead of the crispy critter face that he's had for the longest time. But yeah, this really marks the return of Al Simmons. Okay, so these two, Secret Wars, I got some other ones coming in the mail, but I got issues number 1 and 2, variant ones. I can't remember who did the variant cover this one, but Alex Ross does the regular covers. Here's Asad Ribic who does the interior, so I got that variant when I was at the shop. I couldn't find the other Asad Ribic for issue number 2, sadly, so I just ended up picking up this one. I'm not going to be getting a whole lot of variants, but if I can at least get 1 or 2 variants from each of the books, I will. So interesting, I haven't been following any of the other, you know, stuff that led up to the Secret Wars. I mean, so the idea of Secret Wars is very basic. But reading these 2 books, it has left questions for me. And a couple of nagging questions, and maybe they will get answered, maybe they won't. But, I mean, this storyline is basic. I really don't think anybody's going to need to pick up a whole lot of stuff. Just pick up the stuff that's you think really going to, you know, for the other tie-ins and stuff like that you're going to really enjoy. But I mean, it's the basic idea. Worlds are colliding, universes are ending, and it's come out on the other end, you know, a whole new, brand new Marvel universe. Okay, so let's go on to some of these other back issues. A lot of, you know, some neat stuff in here, and some variants, and some completed runs. And if you hang in there, I got the last 2 things at the end. Really amazing. Some books, one in particular that I've been really looking for, really trying to get a good deal on, and really had to save up some money to get that book too. So happy to have it. So let's get through these to get to that.
So Marvel Knights, Wolverine and the Punisher, issue number 1. Great covers. Haven't read any of these yet, but looking forward to it. Issue number 2 of that one. 3, 4. Nice Clayton Crane. Early Clayton Crane kind of art there. Issue number 5. Here's an older Wolverine and Punisher book. Damaged Evidence, issue number 1. Really wild, crazy hair Wolverine there. Issue number 2. And issue number 3. Here's another with the Marvel Knights imprint. Stories called Revelation. Wolverine and the Punisher. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that concludes that, so those are complete.
Now the next few ones, I got this little mini-series, Wolverine and the X-Men, Alpha and Omega. I never got this when it originally came out because I was just trying to save money, really didn't think I needed the tie-ins. But now the series done, I can go back, get them for cheap, and complete my whole entire Wolverine and X-Men you know, run with this limited series that came out during that run.
So Wolverine and the X-Men, Alpha and Omega, issue number 1 of 5. Really great cover. Decided to pick this up too, the variant, the second printing variant. So why not? Cheap enough. So there's that. Issue number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, books come crashing down.
And we'll start at the back. So here it does come with a Wizard authentic certificate of authenticity, and this particular cover is signed by Boris Vallejo, a very, you know, well-known and really great artist. So a very rare book, and hard to find as well. Right here, Wolverine 102.5, and of course takes place between, you know, 102 and 103, and the story, it was kind of a advertisement for Fleer cards, and that's kind of was in conjunction with, you know, the Fleer cards that was coming out. So this whole little book was to promote that, and it was designed kind of in panels that if you were able to cut it up, it kind of looked like trading cards of sorts. But just a quick story with Mojo World, and he just takes a bunch of the X-Men, and, you know, he's going wild and crazy with Wolverine and stuff like that. So they, yeah, just have a crazy adventure on Mojo's World, and of course he tries to make a television show out of it and whatnot. Just a really kind of silly story, but really beautiful artwork. in it as well too. So you can see at the bottom there, signed by Boris, has the Wizard sticker there, and there is another version where it is not signed. Maybe I will eventually get that issue, but it was hard enough getting this one for sure. They both are very rare and hard to get. So if I was going to get one of them, I was definitely seeking after the signature one first. So really, really cool. That really lends itself well to, of course, my Wolverine collection. And there's very few Wolverine books I really need now. I mean, it's really going after the obscure and rare stuff now, which, like I say, is very few for me to get anyways. So, okay, here's something that I found right here. This is really cool. The Best of Marvel Comics Volume 1 comes in this great, it's kind of like a soft leather, but, you know, hardcover. And this collects a bunch of books from, well, they would be 1987 or prior, because that's when this book was actually published in there. You can see down in the indicia there. 1987. That was really cool. So when I was actually flipping through, I was reading one of the Infinity booklets I was reading, and there was another collection talking about this rare Wolverine story that wasn't printed anywhere else. Researched it and found out it was actually printed in an earlier volume collected, and it was this one. So here's just a quick look at some of the art from it. Don't want to show every page, but just a couple pages right there, and of course by Claremont. Really interesting. And what is it? Some of the other stuff that it prints. You can maybe pause that, take a look right there. You can see what it all reprints. But so just really interesting, really beautiful, very rare, very I think different. I mean, I've never seen one of these, and so old like this, soft leather-bound book, collecting Marvel, you know, some great Marvel issues. Really, really interesting to me. So I'm really happy to have the things that I've really found for great prices in the last while. So probably you can kind of see these three things. Right, Thanos Quest, Wolverine 102.5, and this great, you know, the Best of Marvel Comics hardcover there. Really, really great stuff. Hopefully you guys think so too. Leave your comments and questions below, and I'll check you all later. Bye.